Prosperity for Sagittarius, what may be forming behind the scenes. You cannot see it yet. That is the first thing you need to understand, and it is the most important. What is forming in your life right now, the prosperity that is being assembled, the abundance that is being arranged, the financial shift that is taking shape. None of it is visible yet. And that invisibility is exactly what makes most people give up. They look at their bank account and see the same numbers. They look at their bills and feel the same weight. They look at their reflection and wonder if anything will ever truly change. But Sagittarius, what you can see is only the surface. And the surface is the last place where change appears. Foundation 1. Behind the scenes of your life, the first thing forming is a new energetic foundation. Think of it this way. Before a building rises from the ground, months of work happen underground. Engineers dig deep, pour concrete, set steel reinforcements into bedrock that no one will ever see. The foundation is invisible once the building stands, but without it, nothing above ground could exist. Your life is undergoing the same kind of invisible construction right now. The universe is laying a foundation of new energy beneath the surface of your daily experience. This foundation is being built from every quiet lesson you have learned over the past several years. Every disappointment that taught you resilience. Every financial setback that taught you resourcefulness. Every moment of fear that taught you how to keep going when everything said to stop. These experiences were not random suffering. They were foundation materials. And right now, they are being cemented into place to support something larger than anything you have held before. You cannot see this work happening because it is occurring at a level deeper than the physical. It is happening in your spirit, in your subconscious patterns, in the energetic blueprint that determines what your life is capable of containing. And when this foundation is complete, and it is very close to completion, what rises above it will astonish you. Not because it came from nowhere, but because you will finally understand that every hard year, every difficult season, every tear shed over money was part of the construction plan. Nothing was wasted, Sagittarius. Not one moment of your struggle. It was all building toward this. Foundation 2. The second thing forming behind the scenes is a realignment of your relationship with worthiness. For most of your life, you have carried an unspoken belief that you are not quite enough to receive real abundance. You have watched others prosper and told yourself, sometimes consciously, sometimes not, that they must have something you lack. A better education, better connections, better luck, better timing, a different kind of worthiness that you were simply not born with. This belief has been the invisible barrier between you and the prosperity that has been trying to reach you for years. But behind the scenes, that barrier is cracking. Not because of anything you are doing deliberately, but because the accumulated weight of your life experience has finally become impossible to deny. 60 or more years of getting up every morning, of showing up even when you did not want to, of loving people even when they did not love you back, of surviving loss and grief and disappointment, and still managing to find something to smile about. That, Sagittarius, is worthiness. Not a certificate on a wall or a number in a bank account. Worthiness is the stubborn refusal to give up on life, and you have demonstrated it 1,000 times over. The universe sees this. And behind the scenes, it is adjusting the flow of abundance to match the truth that your self-doubt has been blocking. You are worthy. You have always been worthy. And the prosperity forming in your life right now is simply the universe catching up with a fact that should have been obvious all along. Foundation 3. The third thing forming behind the scenes involves the people around you. Connections are being rearranged in ways you cannot perceive yet. Someone you have not heard from in years is about to reach out with information that changes your perspective on a financial matter. Someone you see regularly, but have never had a deep conversation with, is about to reveal an opportunity that aligns perfectly with your skills. Someone you have not yet met is moving through their own life toward the moment when your paths will cross, and that crossing will carry significance you cannot imagine from where you stand today. The universe does not work in isolation. It works through networks, through the web of human connection that links every person to every other. And right now, behind the scenes, it is pulling specific threads in that web to bring the right people into your orbit at the right time. You cannot control this process. You cannot speed it up or predict who will appear. But you can prepare for it by remaining open, by staying engaged with the people in your life, by saying yes to invitations and conversations that your tired self might want to decline. Because the prosperity forming behind the scenes is not going to arrive through a random check in the mail. It is going to arrive through a person. And that person is closer than you think. Foundation 4. The fourth thing forming behind the scenes is a shift in your capacity to handle more. This is something the universe takes very seriously, and it is one of the reasons abundance sometimes seems to delay. The universe will not deliver more than you can handle, because receiving more than you can handle does not create prosperity, it creates chaos. And so, behind the scenes, your capacity is being expanded. Your emotional capacity to hold abundance without guilt. Your practical capacity to manage larger amounts of money without anxiety. Your spiritual capacity to receive blessings without immediately feeling the need to give them all away. This expansion is happening through the very challenges you are facing right now. Every time you deal with a financial stress and survive it, your capacity grows. Every time you face a money problem and find a way through, your capacity deepens. Every time you resist the urge to panic and instead respond with calm, your capacity widens. These moments feel like struggles, but they are actually training. The universe is stretching you, gently but deliberately, to prepare you for a level of abundance that requires a bigger container than the one you had before. And you are almost there, Sagittarius. The container is almost ready. The expansion is nearly complete. And when it is, the abundance that has been waiting in the wings will finally have a place to land. Foundation 5. The fifth thing forming behind the scenes is a new story. Not the old story you have been telling yourself about money, about lack, about being behind, about it being too late. A new story. One that has not been spoken yet. One that exists right now only as a feeling, a possibility. A whisper from a future self who has already walked through the door you are standing in front of. This new story is being written by every choice you make that differs from your old patterns. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I cannot afford that," and replace it with, "How could I afford that?" you write a line in the new story. Every time you choose hope over resignation, you write a paragraph. Every time you take one small step toward a financial goal, you write a page. The new story is still forming. It does not have an ending yet, but it has a direction, and that direction is toward abundance, stability, and peace. The old story, the one filled with struggle and limitation and the belief that things will never change, that story is losing its power. Not because you burned it or denied it, but because you are simply outgrowing it. You are becoming too large for the old narrative to contain. And when a person outgrows their story, when their spirit expands beyond the boundaries of their biography, a new chapter begins whether they planned it or not. Your new chapter is forming, Sagittarius. Behind the scenes, in the quiet spaces of your life, the next part of your story is being written. And it is more beautiful than the old one in every way. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Foundation 6. The sixth thing forming behind the scenes is a collapse of old fear structures. You may not recognize this while it is happening because it feels less like liberation and more like instability. The fears you have carried for so long have become part of your identity. The fear of not having enough. The fear of being a burden. The fear of ending up alone and broke. These fears have been like walls around your life. And while they have kept you feeling trapped, they have also provided a strange kind of security. You knew where the walls were. You knew the dimensions of your cage. And now those walls are crumbling, and instead of feeling free, you feel exposed. That exposure, that vulnerability, that sense that the ground beneath your familiar fears is shifting, is actually one of the most positive things happening in your life right now. Because when fear structures collapse, they create space. And into that space, new patterns can form. Patterns of trust. Patterns of openness. Patterns of expectation that align with abundance rather than scarcity. The discomfort you feel right now is not a sign that things are getting worse. It is a sign that the old architecture of your life is being demolished to make way for a new design. A design that includes rooms you have never had before. Rooms for prosperity, for peace, for the kind of financial security that allows you to sleep through the night without a single worried thought. The demolition is almost done, Sagittarius. The new construction is about to begin. And what is being built will feel, for the first time in years, like home. Foundation 7. The seventh thing forming behind the scenes is a spiritual alignment that transcends money but directly affects it. Your relationship with the divine, with the universe, with whatever name you give to the force greater than yourself. That relationship is deepening in ways you may not have words for. You may find yourself praying more, or meditating more, or simply sitting in silence with a feeling of connection that did not exist before. This spiritual deepening is not separate from your financial life. It is the engine behind it. When your spirit aligns with the source of all abundance, the practical details of your financial life begin to rearrange themselves accordingly. Not through magic, not through supernatural intervention, but through the natural law that says a person connected to their source has access to resources that a disconnected person does not. Intuition sharpens. Timing improves. Decisions become clearer. Opportunities appear with an almost suspicious precision. These are not miracles. They are the natural byproducts of spiritual alignment. And right now, behind the scenes, your alignment is reaching a depth it has never reached before. Every prayer, every moment of stillness, every whispered conversation with the universe is strengthening a connection that will directly manifest as greater financial stability in the weeks and months ahead. Keep going, Sagittarius. Keep praying, keep sitting, keep connecting. The prosperity forming behind the scenes is flowing through that connection, and the deeper it goes, the more powerful the flow becomes. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Foundation 8. The eighth thing forming behind the scenes is perhaps the most practical and the most immediate. Solutions to specific financial problems are being assembled. Not in the vague someday sense, but in the concrete, tangible sense. A way to reduce a particular expense is about to become clear to you. A source of additional income that you had not considered is about to present itself. A financial knot that has felt impossible to untangle is about to loosen in a way that makes you wonder why you struggled with it so long. These solutions are not arriving through luck or coincidence. They are arriving because the energetic work that has been happening beneath the surface of your life, the foundation building, the capacity expanding, the fear dissolving, the story rewriting, all of that work has been clearing the channels through which practical solutions flow. When those channels are blocked by fear, guilt, unworthiness, and old patterns, solutions cannot reach you even when they exist. But as the blocks dissolve, the solutions begin to flow. And right now, Sagittarius, the flow is increasing. You may not see the solutions yet. They may arrive tomorrow, next week, or next month. But they are already formed. They already exist. They are simply waiting for the final blocks to clear before they become visible in your daily life. Trust that they are coming. Trust that the work being done behind the scenes is real even though you cannot see it. And prepare yourself, because when these solutions arrive, they will arrive quickly, one after another, as though a dam has broken and everything that was held back is suddenly rushing forward at once. Foundation 9. The ninth thing forming behind the scenes ties back to the very nature of who you are as a Sagittarius. Your adventurous spirit, the one that has been quietly dormant under layers of responsibility and worry, is reawakening. And this reawakening is directly connected to your financial future. When the adventurer in you sleeps, you play it safe. You choose the familiar over the possible. You stay in patterns that feel secure even when they are slowly suffocating you. But when the adventurer wakes up, everything changes. You start seeing risk not as danger but as opportunity. You start viewing the unknown not as a threat but as an invitation. You start believing once again that the best days of your life are not behind you but ahead of you. This reawakening is happening now behind the scenes, in the part of your spirit where courage lives. And when it breaks through to the surface, it will bring with it a willingness to take the kinds of measured, intelligent risks that transform financial situations overnight. Not reckless risks, not gambles. The kind of risks that come from a person who has earned their wisdom through decades of experience and is finally ready to use it boldly. That boldness is forming, Sagittarius. The adventurer is stirring. And when it fully wakes, the prosperity that has been forming behind all these other scenes will have its champion, its driver, its force of nature. You. Everything happening behind the scenes of your life right now is connected. The foundation, the worthiness, the people, the capacity, the story, the fear collapse, the spiritual alignment, the practical solutions, the adventurer's return. These 9 forces are not operating independently. They are working together in a coordinated effort to bring you into a season of prosperity that matches the depth of the person you have become. You have waited long enough, Sagittarius. You have endured enough. You have earned enough. And what is forming behind the scenes, invisible but undeniable, is the proof that the universe has not forgotten you. It has been building something extraordinary on your behalf. And the unveiling is very, very close. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.